So hello out there to all my guitar playing friends in Facebook land. Ron Spencer here with another episode of your free daily guitar lesson. A little something from me to you. Hopefully brighten your day and keep you distracted in a good way. So if you've been following along, the last few episodes I've been focusing on jazz blues chord substitutions that you can use to beef up your standard 1-4-5 blues chord progressions there. So I want to do a recap, get you up to speed before I introduce the next set of substitutions. So follow along, we're in the key of A, and we're going to use A13 for the first measure. Second measure, we're going to substitute the 4 chord, pretty standard fare. Want to get really fancy, break that up and do 2 beats of the D9. Diminished chord for 2 beats. It brings us back to the 1 chord for measure 3. Okay, measure 4 is where all the activity occurs. We're going to do a 2-5 into the 4 chord. In this case, it's a E minor 9 for 2 beats. And the A13, 1 beat, A7 sharp 5 for 1 beat. So that fourth measure sounds like this. Okay, so now we're on to measure 5. That's where the 4 chord normally occurs. We want to establish that for a measure. Okay, so in our 6th measure, we want to start thinking, it's where we can sub things out, and start thinking of the root note for the 4 chord as a 5 of the of G. So that resolution, if this is a 5, it wants to resolve to 1. In this case, it's G. So I'm going to play, the first sub I'm going to do here is, we're going to change that D9 to D minor 9, 2 beats, and then we're going to play G13 for 2 beats. Really nice resolution there. So now we're on to measures 7 and 8, and that's usually the 1 chord there going to the 5 chord. But in this case, this is where our new set of substitutions occur, and that's going to be 1, 6, 2, 5. So here's what we want to do. We want to rethink things and start thinking in a way that the chord that we're on, or 1 chord, is on its way to the 5 chord. We're going to use 1, 6, 2, 5 to get there. So those are our substitutions. So I'm going to take that A13, start moving chromatically, descending down to the 6th chord, which in this case can be F sharp 13. I'm going to do that in increments of 2 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's 1 to 6. That's half of our substitutions here. So I want to play the 2 chord in the key of A. In this case, that's B minor. I'm making it B minor 9. I'm going to play it for a measure. So now we're on to our 5 chord. That's our destination chord here. So in this case, the 5 chord in A is E. So I am going to play an E 13 sus4 for 2 beats. And then I'm just going to make that into an E13 for 2 beats, and that gives us our full 1, 6, 2, 5 chord progression. Let me see if I can play that all together, see if it makes a little more sense to you. Okay, so that's 1, 6, 2, 5. That brings us up to our turnaround territory, which is measures 11 and 12 there. So there's a lot to work on there. Do the recap and then add your 1, 6, 2, 5 to that. If you're unfamiliar with some of these chord names that I've been using, you have to look them up. Maybe in the future I'll include maybe a link or an attachment for a progression that I wrote out in substitutions there that might be helpful in following along with this. So I hope you're all doing well out there, maintaining, keeping a positive attitude, and please tune in tomorrow and we'll see if we can add some more to this. See you next time around. Take care.